This has to be the biggest transfer I think I've ever seen from a championship club. This is ridiculous. And welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Bolton. If you're still enjoying it, drop a like. That'd be fantastic. So I keep looking at the table and thinking we're doing okay. Well, rather being a bit more worried than I am. But we are 13 points above the drop zone. We're not looking in any real relegation danger. And unbeaten in our last 8 games in all competition, albeit only 6 of those were in the league. But 6 unbeaten is still solid. Picking up the points at an important time to do so, quite frankly. And I'm hoping that we can kind of continue this form for the rest of the season and just have a much better year. To the point where I feel like if we can just get ourselves up towards a nice sort of 13th, 12th kind of place, that'll be kind of where I want to try to get us to at this point, now that we seem to have sorted ourselves out a little bit, hopefully. You can't legislate for some of the random goals that's still going to go in, but we just have to do our best to try to mitigate that as much as we can, because we've been scoring about as much as we'd be expected to, which is quite frankly all I would want from the guys. I just want to start cutting out some of the goals like the one that Ziga conceded in the last episode, but you just can't sometimes. Like, how do you... There's no instruction for don't kick it into a player's face and don't dive at a ball when it's nowhere near you, you know? Please sign Gului, even if you just loan him out and make some profit. Best Indian player I've ever seen. So I do genuinely want your opinion on this one, guys, because if we sign him, he would not be able to play for us. I suppose we could retrain him as a left back. I didn't actually check to see what his stats or his attributes were for like the defensive side of things. But should we just try and pick him up anyway, just so that we can loan him out, maybe sell him on, and just have this guy at our club? So let me know what you think in the comments. We beat them 4-1 earlier this season at home, so I wonder, and they've only got a +1 goal difference, amazingly, I wonder if we could pull off another good performance today away from home. This would be a real statement for us, because we've got wins this season against Palace, Middlesbrough, Bristol City. Like, we have beaten some of the sides towards the top, and well. So, hey, we'll see. In addition, I signed up Jaden Richardson on on a loan from Brentford for the rest of the season, 4,500 or 4.2k a week. The main reason for him, quite simply, is that he is right-footed but has a fairly strong left foot as well, decent-ish passing and vision as well for a right back, because that's what we're really looking for from our inverted wing back. Crossing and dribbling aren't quite as important. Dribbling, perhaps, but yeah. So that was the best we could do. McCallum didn't want to come back. Norwich weren't even interested, and I couldn't find a permanent one. So I thought we'd just quickly get in someone that can add a bit of cover, even if he doesn't play there to begin with, because James Bree will. It would at least allow us rotation without having to put people in square holes. Square pegs? Round holes? One of those, you know. So, changes are going to be needed. I mean, Barley Mumba was originally brought in for that as well, but if we're going to be playing someone else there, it's not going to be him. It's going to be Richardson, who I brought in specifically for this role. Porteous will get a chance to start here, although Lostak I am very pleased with lately. John and Lawrence in the midfield is fine. Booty, Cristiano Noble, good, lovely. That's about as strong as we can get at the moment. With a bench of Goldston, Bree, Smith, Lostak, Mumba, Innes and Clough, there's stuff there. I feel like there's a chance, but we'll have to see. Like, we're currently 6th in the form standings, which is, I mean, if we could maintain that for the rest of the season, which we won't, I'd settle for just being top 10 in the form standings for the rest of the year. If we can do that, I'll be very happy. That, to me, would give me great hopes as to what we could do over a full season with slightly better recruitment, but it will depend heavily on how much money the board give us in the summer as well. So we do have to make sure of that, because the finances are not great. I feel like they'll be okay with dumping a bit more money in as we speak, but hey, a little FA Cup run certainly hasn't done us any harm, winning us an extra couple of £100,000. Temenushkov, dropping deep. I am looking at the theory of maybe getting a deep lying forward instead, because if we had a striker with really good passing and vision, he could really link up that play and bring more people in, but it would perhaps limit us on the counter-attack if he wasn't super fast as well, and that's sort of the conundrum we're in at the moment. Porteous picks it up with a little bit of space, players around him, but he's got the ability to take them on. Can he maybe pull it back? Goes all the way through, and Richardson is there. Wow. That was a really nice bit of play, and Jaden Richardson nearly had an instant impact as Low Everton's on the end of it, and it's 1-0 Bolton. We have the lead away at Sheffield United, and Low Everton now, I mean, he's scoring so much more lately. It's actually nuts. I think he had 2 goals when we switched to this. He's now scored 5 in our last 9. Gorgeous little flick on from Niall John, and he's just ghosted him behind. Great finish from him again. He's been the player that has benefited most from this switch. So far, so good, though. This would be a tremendous victory if we were to get this one away from home. Richardson, comfortable on both feet, too, which is very, very important. And he's just picking up a bit of space here. All the way through for Regan Booty, and John, and Porteous, and it's now 2-0. Guy Porteous gives us a 2-goal advantage away at Sheffield Wednesday. This is much more like it. We're creating stuff today. Creating chaos in their box. Richardson, they just don't want to tackle him, it seems. Eventually, they allow him a gorgeous little ball in. The initial shot is well blocked. So is, I mean, the initial, it's actually blocked, I think, by Low Everton as it goes. But hey, Porteous is on the end of it, and that is great news. Very good. John again with the flick down. Cleared away this time, but Lawrence will get on the end of it. We're not done yet. We're looking very, very strong at the moment. This is perfect. John, Nice little one-touch stuff. Temenushkov, what a brilliant piece of passing play. This is exactly what I would have wanted. 2-0 at half-time, where they've had that one opportunity caused by the bad back pass. But other than that, it's been... Great save by Ziga! And, well, the initial start was well blocked, and that was a bit fortunate. We got away with that one a little bit, I've got to say. And based on that, half-time at 2-0 to us is probably quite harsh, because they have had a couple of good chances, but we've managed to ride our luck at times and get 2 goals, which is great. Hang on, keep doing your thing. It's a flick over, and Christian Noble will clear, but Low Everton's got it now. Here he comes. Temenushkov's peeled out wide. He's got to find the pass. He does find the pass. Oh, another bad back pass situation. Temenushkov must finish. And he does, and it's 3-0. We're 3-0 up at Sheffield Wednesday. Fortunate with the way that ball broke to him. We're finally getting a little bit of that luck that perhaps has gone otherwise this season. But the original pass idea was great from Low Everton. He just sucks the defenders in enough before playing that pass in behind. The defender can't quite get a touch on it. He does eventually, but it's a really composed finish from Temenushkov, allowing him into those spaces too. This is what I mean. I wonder if a really fast, deep-lying forward on attack, if that's possible, could be the ultimate situation for us here. I'm loving the sheer amount of chances we're creating in this game. I feel like we're lucky to not have conceded, although it looks like we're about to, because that is just bad. Ball goes through for Sheffield Wednesday, and what a stop from Carlo Ziga. That is a brilliant save. Even he's playing well today, and if we get away with the clean sheet, we'll be very fortunate, because we've given up too many chances to get away without conceding. Yeah, 3-0's harsh on Sheffield Wednesday, but we've got to learn to take these results when they come. Low Everton, can he find the pass back? He might be able to. It's a free kick. And oh, it's a straight red for Massimo Luongo. Well, that's just given us the clean sheet, I feel like. Brilliant. Absolutely perfection from an attack. Oh, it's going to be a penalty as well. And Goldston, who's just come off the bench as a late substitute, might get the chance to give us what could potentially be one of our biggest wins of the season. Come on, Graham. He's got 2 for 2 on penalties this year for us. If he makes it 4-0 away at Sheffield Wednesday, that would make our aggregate scoreline against them this year 8-1, and he slots it home. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Bolton Wanderers 4. Goldston's 5th of the year, and we've now beaten them 8-1 on aggregate this season. Now, maybe that's just because we've got something on them, but this has been the performance that we needed. We actually move up to 16th with that now. Great result. It's going to be 9 unbeaten and another massive victory for Bolton. This is huge. This is exactly what I wanted to see from us, just as I was starting to get a bit worried about our creativity. Today, there's been no issues with creativity, and it is Sheffield Wednesday 0, Bolton Wanderers 4. Absolutely brilliant from the lads. A goal difference, I mean, the XG of 3.11, easily our best creative performance. Now, obviously, there was the penalty in there, so we've got to remember that. But hey, penalties are still shots. The fact that they didn't score is actually crazy. And Niall John was phenomenal in this match. Brilliant from everybody involved. Great. Even Ziga played well. Right, game's off camera. We're going to come back in a minute. I can't even remember which game it was, but if we continue this form, who knows? Right, guys, we're back, and yeah, I mean, we've lost our first game. We got caught a little bit too high up the pitch there. Katuchu managed to get through, and eventually just whips it across. Great finish here from Baba, and it was 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. Bad defending from us, it cost us. And then the second goal was just, I mean, it's just class. You have to hold your hands up. Look at this for a chip. He's caught it on the volley, somehow managed to get curl on it and dink it over the goalkeeper for 2-0 to Nottingham Forest. We did manage to get a goal back from the penalty spot with Zach Clough, who'd just come off the bench, smashing that one home to give us a chance, because we were actually playing fairly well. Unfortunately, we were dispossessed late on, and then things just kind of fell apart. Lovely all around the side here, and Katuchu was able to slap that one home for 3-1 Nottingham Forest. A frustrating game. I actually think we played pretty damn well on the night, created a decent number of chances and limited them not to like a few chances, but I guess it was just things kind of coming around and about. On another day, we'd probably win this game, but 3-1, it actually was in the end. A frustrating one, but I wasn't too downhearted, because at the end of the day, I looked at that and thought, hey, that was quite a good performance still. Just some amazing finishes caught us out. And then we went away to table-topping Birmingham. Low Everton here, goes past 2 or 3 people. Eventually, the space opens up. He drops it back, and Guy Porteous rattles one in off the post. And I thought, oh, if we get a win here, that's really something. And boy, did we nearly do it. The 90th minute, we just could not hang on. Defenders are back here, but unfortunately, the ball's put into a good spot. Defenders are static, and Hamilton is able to get the equaliser for Birmingham City. They did deserve that, at least. I think that, frankly, we were lucky to get a point out of this match, as we just kind of didn't kick on in the second half, and they did. And their quality as being one of the top sides in the league very much showed, but we still took a point, and I was pleased with that. But then, unfortunately, it all kind of went a bit wrong again against Sunderland, another team down towards us. We gave up 2 goals that were just, like, it's a good finish, but I feel like the goalkeeper's perhaps unsighted. That's probably the reason, as Deco Reece scores his first goal for Sunderland. Classic. And then, just a few moments later, once again, plenty of players back, the ball's whipped through, and just through a crowd of bodies, good header, goalkeeper can't see it again, and it was 2-0 Sunderland after just 15 minutes. We were playing well. but it just wasn't to be. A few minutes, well, with 20 minutes to go, we did manage to get a lifeline, though. Booty round the side. Goldston was in there. Great finish from him, and it was 2-1. I thought maybe there's a chance to grab a point out of this game, and a point is exactly what we got in the end. With a few minutes to go, Clough gets the ball in a good position. Eventually, there's a bit of a mix-up. The ball ends up through with Niall John, and is able to dink the goalkeeper this time himself for a 2-2 draw to pull that one out of the bag for us. Still, I think it was a pretty good performance from us on the night, but we're just giving up, as I said before, too many goals from too little opportunities and not taking enough of them ourselves. That's just kind of what it comes down to at the end of the day. And that leaves us 16th in the league. We are slowly but surely moving up. We've leapt over a couple of sides now, but losing to Nottingham Forest and drawing at home to Sunderland like that in games that I think we were better than them is the sort of stuff I'm on about, where we just need to be better. Considering how good we were against Sheffield Wednesday, who admittedly have now fallen back a little bit, I still think we're well on to potentially catch up with that group of teams in the sort of 12th, 13th spot, and maybe sneak into one of those positions before the end of the season if we carry on playing well. Particularly as today we host Cardiff, who are 23rd in the league and looking like relegation is very much on the cards for them. So these are the types of games that we must win. A win here keeps us going. It would still only be one defeat in like 11 games. That's what we want to see. But also, there was a transfer that I didn't notice until after we were out the transfer window. This has to be the biggest transfer I think I've ever seen from a championship club. This is ridiculous. So, Sander Berge, obviously a Sheffield United player currently and was up until January in real life. Let's just see this. He moved from Sheffield United to Bournemouth. A championship team sold a player for £66 million. It was 59 as well when I first noticed it. It's actually gone up. There must have been clauses. Are there any more things that they can get? Oh my God, it could rise to 85. 85 million potentially for a player in the championship. What's the highest fee you've ever seen for a championship player? No matter who they were moving to. I mean, that could rise to 85, and that would be, I don't think I've ever seen more than like 30 million. We've had a nice week off, but unfortunately, Critchlow Noble has got a hernia, so he will be missing today, and I just don't know who we're going to put in his place at the moment. We've got to have a little look at this. I feel like, as much as they rate Josh Brooking now, I just don't think that's the right choice for us right now. I actually kind of trust Harley Ewan by moving Famewo into the middle like that, because that seems to be our best sort of point of attack right now. Bree's doing okay, sort of. Richardson, again, he's played a little bit. Fullbacks are broken. I don't think no matter who we put there, it ain't going to matter as far as average ratings are concerned. But everything else, happy to go with that. Make sure we get Goldston on the bench, though. But this is must win for us. Much like that Blackpool Cup game was in many ways. This is a big test. We're only 14th in the league standings now because of that defeat. But I'm still pretty pleased with this. I also have high hopes that there may well be a patch before we get to next season as well, which could very much help with that too. So we'll sort of a proper fresh start. Lawrence, round the side for Porteous. Oh, Temenushkov. Options. John. Are we going to go through the middle or spray this ball out wide? Okay. Sensible play. Gets it back to Ewan. Booty's out wide. Nice. Just patience is useful here. Porteous, and I mean, that was never going to go in, was it? Lawrence. Just getting those balls in between the line with little one-touch play around the side for Temenushkov, and it's off the post. Oh, lovely build-up, though. Great work. Again, playing through Cardiff relatively easily. We just need the right runs and passing place we made. Oh, around the side. Here we go. Temenushkov makes a good run. Booty's there. Block back to Temenushkov. Now Booty with space. We need that run from someone like John. There we go. Temenushkov with the block. And Porteous! And that's not offside, and it's Bolton 1, Cardiff City 0. Bit fortunate with the way it breaks the guy, Porteous, but he's got in that position yet again and is making stuff happen. I think that Lostak and Porteous as well have definitely been released a little bit by this new approach too. It's fortunate the way it comes through, though. Temenushkov does brilliantly and just getting in the way of stuff here. And I don't know if he actually will get the assist for that because it deflects off the Bolton defender. Bad defending, not Bolton, Cardiff, but we've got the lead. Brilliant stuff. Great. I'd say we're good value for that. Porteous, can you knock it back inside for Bree, perhaps? He's found him. Bree's into the box. Goes past the challenge, and it's blocked. Blocked again. Oh, my God. We're getting so many of these situations with these loads of blocks being made. I'd say so far, we're basically getting exactly what we deserve from this game. Cardiff have another shot on target. They've basically made no real opportunities, and they're going to score now anyway, because of course they are. I jinxed it by speaking. I should not speak. That was not good from us there, unfortunately. They just don't track the runner. So easy for him, and I mean, near post should maybe be keeping that out, but that's it. Well, half-time, it's 1-1. And I think we're playing all right. Good push to attacking for the second half. I feel like we're controlling the match enough and creating enough chances that just being a little bit more aggressive isn't going to affect us too badly. But then, you know, as we've already seen, it doesn't take much for other teams to actually score against us, unfortunately. Porteous now into the wide areas, and he's been tackled. Bree's now in a good position to pick this up again, though. To Temenushkov. Oh, there's got to be a good little run being made by someone here. Breeze into the box, and he's smashed it at goal, and Travers is there. Options left and right. Fans low Everton. Oh, it's breaking through. No, it's not broken through for us, but we're not done yet. Porteous has gone back inside for some reason, even though he's the winger. Bree. John again with space. We just need to find that one incisive pass. That's the key thing for us right now. Oh, here we go. No, nice little bit of build-up. Just find that one little ball into a bit of space for someone. It's so tight here, but we're doing well to hold on to possession. Bree, watch us lose the ball now and concede off of it. Please don't shoot, James. There we go, Lawrence. Temanushkov, and it's a good stop, but we very, very patient build-up from us. Niall John. Regan Booty. Okay, a bit more space for him potentially. There's no runs available, so he's just going to have to build this up slowly or just put this into a dangerous position with Bree. And it's hit the post. I just have a horrible feeling this is just going to be another draw where we miss the chances and don't create enough. Although we actually have created a decent amount so far and then just give up poor opportunities. This will probably go in now. I'm not even going to say anything anymore. Ooh, yeah. I do think that the changes we've made have improved us as far as what every noticeable metric that we can measure. Like, but it will just keep on happening, won't it? Great block. And then, like, what is he doing? I don't know. It's hard to do analysis of things when you don't see that you're actually playing that badly a lot of the time. Particularly when, like, for example, that goal was just deflections and deflections and deflections. As was ours, in fairness. But we did create stuff outside of that as well. So we have kind of slumped onto a bit of a bad run, but I'm hoping we can pick that up. Not in the next game, and in fact, it's going to be very difficult from there on out. But hey, that's how football works, isn't it? Hopefully we can pick this up. I don't think we've played as badly as the results would suggest that we have in the last few matches, but that's just how it goes. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, in spite of that, drop a like. That'd be fantastic. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Please let there be a patch soon. And I also stream on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, and at the weekend, so go follow there too. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.